Hey, hey, what's going on, family? How you doing? It's the one and only, um, the underrated one. Welcome to my channel, Underrated Darkness. Got another congressman in our community that passed away. Gonna read his story, put my spin on it. So, want y'all to want y'all to check this out. I post two songs on there. I will say it in a few minutes. Plus, um, have my cash app. I will say that in a few minutes. So we wait for some more people to come in. Thank you so much again. Welcome to my channel, Underrated Darkness. If you're new, subscribe and like. Um, another one. More to our ancestors family. So we're gonna read about them. Sugar Love. Thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. We're gonna read the story of the late great John James Conyers. He was long time African American congressman from Michigan. I'm gonna read a story about him. Don't put my little spin on it. And that's it. Also, gonna wait for some more people. So Sugar Love, welcome, and thanks for your good continued support. Got a good channel. So keep that up. All about love, all about love. That's what's up. So we're gonna wait for some more people to come in. Like I said, I post two songs. I post two songs in the description box that I'll be singing in a few minutes. I can tell you one thing. Sugar, I tell you, the first song is about delete. The great Stevie Wonder, 76, the LP songs, Keys of Life, Black Man. The other song I posted in the description box is 1994, Black Men Unite, You Would Know. That's back in 94, I believe. That's from the soundtrack of Poetic Justice. Don't quote me for that, but I think it is. I didn't see it, but Black Man Unite, You Would Know. I posted two songs in the description box, so y'all go check that out. We wait for some more people to come in. I hope everybody doing sugar. I hope you're doing all right. So we wait for some more people to come in. So that's what's up. So we also yeah. Just let me know ahead of time. I got you. No. Um, so wait for some more people to come in. So this show. Enjoy the song. Enjoy this story. He was a man. He stick to his liberal beliefs and caused a stir at times in Congress. One of the founders of the Congressional Black Caucus. I believe back in 1971. There's a few others that are called founders too that I talked in the past. I probably throw that in too, so depends. So we waiting for some more people to fill it up in and everything. So I hope everybody doing all right. The ones in okay, just let me know what time. It's got to be a good time. Yeah. Squeeze. I'll come through. So we're waiting for some more people to come in. Sometimes YouTube is slow. I know that, so we're gonna wait for some people. But slow enough. But yep. How's the weather where you at, Sugar Love? Because I know in Virginia it's a little breezy, but the sun is out. So how the weather where you was at, where you at right now? So go ahead. See anybody here from outside? Just come on in. Just come on in. Just come on in. Mm, yeah. But I feel okay today. Everything I feel okay today. Um, like I said, I got a Cash App now, so I'm gonna put that information out. I'm gonna say, matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. So, oh man, don't want it that way. Okay. Oh, wait, it's cool out there. Wait, where you at? You don't have to say if you want. You don't have to say. You don't have to say. You don't have to say where you at. It's up to you. You know. That's my Cash App right there. That's my Cash App. It's in the description box too. Just put it in the chat, but it's in the description box too. Yeah. So wait for some more people to come through. So no, but give a few more minutes. New York. Oh, that's what I'm originally from. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I'm in VA right now. I'm in VA right now. Okay, New York. What part of New York? Where you at? Scrapbook boxing. What's good, family? What's good? Thanks for coming. Always your support. One day we gonna do something. We definitely gonna do something, Scrapbook. Yes. Yeah. So how's your day so far, my brother? Peace to you and your family. Also, sugar and peace to you and your family. Waiting for some more people to come in. So we're gonna read about the late John James Coy Jr. Coy Jr. He's a long time Michigan, Brooklyn. Oh, yeah, same place. BK all day. Long time Congressman, long time Congressman too. He died. He's 90. He died. He's 90 years old, but he been in Congress for over 50 years. Family. That's the one. I think that's the longest African American in Congress. I think the longest it was, I think it was Strom Thurmond, the late Strom Thurmond. That's the long time racist. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think he was the longest. I think he was over 4, but I know that John Conyers, he been in Congress for over 50 years. That's a long time. I mean, he been through some things. He sees some things, but like I said, he's a liberal. So we're gonna read about that. I break certain things down and everything, but we're gonna wait for some more people to come in. So and I post. Oh yeah, I knew Scrappy like music. I post 2 songs in the description box. Stevie Wonder, 1976, from his LP "Song in the Key of Life," Black Man. And also in 1994, Black Man Unite, You Would Know. I believe that's from the soundtrack of Poetic Justice. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it is. So we were so you're gonna post 2 songs, you know. So I want you to hear that, put some, put some comments on it, all right? And check out the others. So we're gonna give it like maybe 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna read about the late Congressman John James Conyers Jr. I forgot to say Jr. He's Jr. So gonna read about that. Yeah. So gonna read about that. Yeah. 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna get this going. I can't wait, Can't wait, can't wait, Because I know y'all got things to do, but you took time, to be here with the underrated one. And I appreciate the underrated one, the number one grinder, Chef JT, not just chefing in the kitchen. We chefing up information, hashtag respect my existence. There it is. All right, so if y'all want to, y'all can share it out. That'd be greatly appreciated. So wait for some more people to come in. I know sometimes, like I said, sometimes YouTube is slow. I don't know why. Streamlabs, I don't know. I might switch from Streamlabs. StreamYards, be slow, you know. We on our own. And it's my Cash App right there. Up at top, Cash App / that's JT 5300. That's my Cash App. Tell you what, make me a drink. Yeah, I got. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Thank you. Scrapbook boxing, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, got some. So got some. Don't wait for a few more seconds. And Gary, can't wait. Mm-hmm. People just don't want. They come late. Just have to get it on replay. Get it on replay. All right. Okay, there it is. Okay, again, welcome to my channel. The ones in the chat, Sugar Love, and thanks for coming. Scrapbook Boxing. The other ones is coming. It's gonna come. I got a Cash App, Cash App / JT5300. If you want to donate, that'd be very much appreciated. Also, I have PayPal and also Super Chat if you want to join it. But if not, if you don't have it, understand. Hit the like button. That's all I'm asking. All right. So again, welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the underrated one. Number one grinder, Chef JT. Not just chefing in the kitchen. Be chefing information. Respect my existence. All right. Now we're gonna read about the great. You can say the great. John James Conyers Jr. He was born May 16th, 1929. Wow, that was 2 years before 2 years after my father was born. My late father was born in 1927. Wow, and he passed away October 27, 2019. Wow. That was yesterday. And here it goes. Was an American politician of the Democrat Party who served as U.S. Representative for Michigan from 1965 to 2017. The district he represented always included part of Western Detroit. I hit the D all the way. During his final 3 terms, his district includes many Detroit western suburbs as well as a large portion of the downtown area. They go by what he was in office doing like that, but Alan Cross, what's good? Thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. Conyers served more than 50 years in Congress, become the 6th longest member of Congress in U.S. history. He was the longest serving African American member in Congress. As I said before, Conyers was the Dean of the House of Representatives by the end of his last term. He was the last remaining member of Congress who had served since the presidency of Lyndon B. Johnson. Wow, that's bad. Lyndon B. Johnson back in '64. Throw that in. After serving in the Korean War, that's back in the '60s, Kanye became active in the civil rights movement. He also served as an aide to Congress John Dinger before winning election to the House in 1964. He co-founded the Congressional Black Caucus in '69 and established a reputation of one of the most liberal members of Congress. Conyers joined the Congressional Progressive Caucus after it was founded in 1991. Congress support the creation of single-pay health care system. You hear this again. Gotta hear this again, fam. Congress support the creation of a single-pay health care system and sponsor the United States National Health Care Act. It's achieved that goal. He also sponsored a bill establishing Martin Luther King Day as a federal holiday. One of the pioneers doing that. Throw that in, because they ain't going to tell you that, but he's one of the pioneers had pushed that. Right? Conyers ran for mayor in Detroit in 1989 and in 1993, but he was defeated in the primary of both elections. Conyers served as ranking Democrat member on the House Committee of the Judiciary from 1995 to 2007 and again from 2011 to 2017. Served as chairman of that committee from 2007 to 2011 and as chairman of the House Oversight Committee from 1989 to 1995 in the wake of allegations that he had sexually harassed female staff members and secretly used tax-paying money to settle harassment claim. Conyers announced his resignation on December 5th, 2007. So if this elect would never happen, he would still be serving right now. And he probably would move up to the ranks, probably being one of the highest ranking congressmen has served. So he could have been moving up the ladder. You throw that in. Early life education, early career. Congress was born in Highland Park, Michigan, and grew up in Detroit, the son of Lucia Janice Simpson and John Conyers. That's senior, a labor leader. Among his siblings was youngest brother William Conyers. After graduating from Northwestern High School, Conyers served in the Michigan National Guard from 1948 to 1950, the U.S. Army from 1950 to 1954, and the U.S. Army Reserve from 1954 to 1957. Conyers served for a year in Korea during the Korean War as an officer in the United States U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and was awarded combat and merit citations. That's impressive. In those days, after his active military service, Conyers pursued a college education. He earned both his BA 1957 and his LLB 1958 from to work on the staff of Congressman John Dinkle. He also several Detroit area's labor union locals from 1961 to 1963. Was referred to Michigan Workmen's Party. Conyers became one of the leaders of the civil rights movement. He was presented in Selma, Alabama on October 7, 1963 for the voters registration drive known as Freedom Day. Detroit mayor campaigns while serving in the U.S. House. Conyers made two unsuccessful runs for mayor of Detroit, one in 1989 against incumbent Coleman Young, and again in 1993, as I said before, was unsuccessful. Incumbent Democrat Coleman Young decided to run for his fifth term despite growing unpopularity in the declining economy of Detroit. In the September primary, Young won 51% the vote. Accounted. Tom Burrows qualified for November runoff by having 24%, and Conyers received 18% of the vote. Despite the difficulties of the city, Young defeated Burrows in the runoff with 50% of the vote. I remember that because they broadcasted nationally. That's what I remember that. 1993, in June 1993, incumbent Democrat Mayor Coleman decided to retire instead of seeking a sixth term, cite his age and health. Many observers believed that he had decided not to test his growing unpopularity. In a Detroit news poll, in February, 81% said Young should retire. Conyers was one of the 23 candidates who qualified to ballot assessed. Dennis Archer was the front runner in the mayoral campaign from the beginning. The 56-year-old former state Supreme Court justice raised over $1.6 million to finance his campaign. He won September primary with 54% of the vote. Conyers came in fourth. Archer won November elections. I'm glad you came in, family. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Let me stop here and I'm gonna continue. I know you came out of the crooks. I post 2 songs in the description box. Stevie Wonder, 1976 LP songs in the key of life. The title of the song is Black Man. And also in 1994, Black Man Unite, You Would Know. I think that was in the soundtrack, movie soundtrack, Poetic Justice. Don't quote me on that. That's in 1994. That's both in the description box. I would say that throughout. Okay. U.S. House of Representatives elections. In 1964, Conyers ran for an open seat in what was then the U.S. district and defeat Republican Robbie Blackwell, 84% of the vote. That's unheard of back in those days. He was reelected 13 times, even larger margins. After the 1990 United States Census, Michigan lost its congressional district and then was redistricted. Conyers district was renumbered as the 14th district. In 1992, Conyers won a re-election for his 15th term in his new district, which includes western suburbs of Detroit with 82%. Beloved, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, beloved. The other vote against Republican nominee John Gordon. He won re-election another 9 times after that. Excuse me. His worst was in 2000. He got 77% of the vote against Republican nominee Don Ukrainian. In 2013, his district was renamed as the 13th district. In total, Conyers won re-election 25 times and was serving his 26th term. He was the Dean of the House as longest serving current member and 3rd longest serving member of the House of History and the 6th longest serving member of Congress in history. He was the 2nd longest serving member of either House of Congress in Michigan history, trailing only his former boss, Dinger. He was also the last member of the large Democrat freshman class of 1964 who was still serving in the House. That's impressive too. In May 2014, Wayne County Clerk Kathy Garrett determined that Conyers had not submitted enough valid nominee petition signature to appear on the August 2014 election ballot. Two of his workers circulating pictures was not themselves registered at the time, which was required under Michigan law. But on May 23rd, federal judge Matthew Ledman issued an injunction placing Conyers back on the ballot, ruled that the requirement that circulators be registered voters was similar to an Ohio law found unconstitutional in 2008 by a federal appeal court. The Michigan Secretary of State office subsequently announced that they would not appeal the ruling. Yeah. What this system would do. Conyers was one of the 13 founders of the Congressional Black Caucus, that stands for CBC, and was considered the dean of the group. Formed in 1969, the CBC was founded by a strength of African American lawmakers ability to address legislation concerning Black and minority citizens. He served longer in Congress than any other African American. In 1971, he was one of the original members of the Nixon enemies list. Yep, he was. I have to say it is liberal too. In 1965, Conyers won a seat as a freshman on the influential Judicial Committee, which was then chaired by Democratic Congressman Emanuel Casella of New York. The assignment was considered an elite one, as judiciary ranking behind only Ways and Means and Appropriation in terms of number of members who sought assignment there. According to the national journals, Conyers has been considered by P. Starks, John Lewis, Jim McDermott, and Barbara Lee to be one of the most liberal members of Congress for many years. Rosa Parks, known as a prominent role in the Montgomery, Alabama boycott, moved to Detroit and served on Conyers' staff between 1965 and 1988. Conyers was known to have opposed regulation online gambling. He opposed unlawful internet gambling Enforcement Act of 2006. After Martin Luther King assassination in 1968, Conyers introduced the first bill in Congress to make King's birthday a national holiday, and is now celebrated as Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Yep, one of the pioneers doing it. Again, they're not going to say it throughout mainstream media. They not. Conyers introduced a commission to study reparational proposals for African American Act. The bill is H.R. 3374. I don't know the numbers, they blocked it off. In January 1989, he reintroduced this bill each congressional term. Yes, he did. It calls for a statute commission to research the history of slaves in the United States and its efforts in current society, which is to recommend ways to I don't know why they blocked this one. Redeem this injustice against African Americans. The current version of this is introduced and referred to the committee on January 3rd, 2013. Conyers first introduced the proposed resolution in 1989, and has stated his intentions for annually propose this act until its approval and pass. In 1997, the bill has been designed H.R. 40, most recent H.R. 40. If passed, the commission will explore long-lasting effect of slavery in today's society, politics, and economics. My bill, 4 things, is acknowledge the the fundamental injustice and inhuman of slavery. It's established a commission to study slavery. It sequence racial and economic discrimination against free slaves. It studies the impact of those forced on today's living African Americans, and the commission will then make recommendations to Congress on appropriate remedies to redress the harms inflicted on living African Americans. And he did it until his death. I want to throw that in. Nixon and Watergate. Conyers was critical of President Richard Nixon during his tenure. He was listed as number 13 on President Nixon's enemy list during the President 1969 Civil War team. The President Chief Counsel described him as coming to fast and said he was emerging as a black anti-Nixon sportsman. Conyers voted to impeach Nixon in 1974. National Health Care Act. Conyers submitted the United States National Health Care expansion to improve Medicare for all acts. They said the bill as of 2015. It has 49 corresponders. He introduced it with 20 corresponders in 2003, and reintroducing of each session since then. The act called for the creation of a universal single pay health care system in the United States, which the government will provide every resident health care free of charge in order to eliminate this disparate treatment between rich and poor Americans. The act will prohibit private insurers from covering any treatment of a procedure already covered by the act. Downing Street memos. On May 5th, 2015, Conyers and 88 members of Congress wrote an open letter to the White House and inquired about Downing Street memo. This was a leaked renegade that reveals the apparent secret of agreement between the United States and the United Kingdom to attack Iraq in 2002. The Times reported that newly discovered documents reveal Britain and U.S. intention to invade Iraq, and leaders of the two countries has been discussed with pretextual justification for doing so. The memoir story broke in the United Kingdom, but did not receive any news coverage in the United States. Conyers said this should not be allowed to fall down by memory hole during wall-to-wall coverage of the Michael Jackson trial and the runaway bride. Conyers and others reportedly considered sending a congressional investigation delegate to London. What went wrong in Ohio? In May 2005, Conyers released What Went Wrong in Ohio, the Conyers report on the 2004 presidential elections. This deals with the voting irregularity in the state of Ohio during the 2004 U.S. presidential election. The evidence often considered the statistical abnormalities in the difference between exit polls results and actual votes registry of those locations. The book also discussed reports of faulty electronic voting machines and the lack of credibility of those machines used to was tallied to vote later on, able to say that a few months later. Though that Conyers was one of the 31 members of the House who voted not to court the electoral vote from Ohio in the 2004 presidential elections. Constitution in Crisis. On August 4th, 2016, Conyers released this report, The Constitution in Crisis, the Dynasty, Menace, and Deception, Emancipation, Torture, Retribution, and cover-ups in the Iraq War, was an addition collection information intended to serve as evidence that the Bush administration altered intelligence to justify the 2003 invasion of Iraq. The Constitution Crisis examined much of the evidence presented by the Bush administration prior to the invasion and questioned the credibility of their sources and intelligence. In addition to the document, investigation to the conditions that led to the torture scandal of Abu Ghraib prison in Iraq. As well, further evidence of torture has been committed but not making known to the public. Finally, the documents reported on a series of smear tactics purposely used by the administration in dealing with its political adversaries. This document calls for the censures of President George W. Bush and Vice President Dick Cheney. Congress refused to back impeachment proceedings, however. Wow. On anti-Muslim inheritance, Conyers proposed House resolutions which condemns religious intolerance and empathize Islam as needed special protection from acts of violence and intolerance. It states it should never be official policy in the United States government to display the Quran, Islam, or any religious in any way, shape, or form, call upon local, state, and federal authorities to work to prevent bias-motivated crimes and act against individuals, includes those in Islamic faith. If y'all can hear me, press 1, please. The bill was referred to the House Subcommittee on the Constitution in June 2005. In 2005, Conyers introduced the bill, a House resolution that had condemned conduct of Narendra Modi, then the Chief Minister of the state of Gujarat of India. The resolution was corresponded by Republican Representative Joseph R. Phipps. He was Republican from Pennsylvania. The resolution titled condemning conduct of Chief Minister Narendra Modi for his action to incite religious persecution of urging the United States to condemn all violation of religious freedom in India. The resolution cites a 2004 United States Commission of International Religious Freedom report on Modi stated that he was widely accused of being reluctant to bring perpetrators of the killing of Muslims and non-Hindu to justice. See Gaja riots. The resolution had Conyers versus Bush. If y'all can hear me, press 1. Alright, you can hear me, press 1. In April 2016, Conyers, together with 10 other senior congressmen, filed action in the court district of Michigan to challenge the constitutionality of the Deflect Reduce Act of 2005. The document alleged that the bill was not afforded to considerable by the United States Congress before being signed by the President. The action was subsequently dismissed on grounds of lack of standing. Ethnic controversy. Gotta hear this, family. Gotta hear this. In April 2006, the FBI and U.S. Attorney Office has sent independent letters to House Ethics Committee said that two former aides of Conyers had alleged that Conyers used his staff to work on several local and state campaigns of other parties, including of his wife, Monica Conyers from Detroit City Council. She won a seat in 2005. He also forced him to babysit and a chauffeur for his children. In late 2006, Conyers accepted responsibility for violating House rules. A statement issued December 29, 2006 by the House Ethics Committee, Don Haskins, Republican from Washington, and Rankin without member Howard Perry, Democrat California. I don't think they no longer in Congress. I don't think so. Said that Congress acknowledged what he characterized as a lack of clarity of his communication with staff members regarding their official responsibility and accept responsibility for his actions. In deciding to drop the matter, Hastings and Berman said, after we agree with the information gathered through the inquiry in light of Representative Congress cooperation with the inquiry, we have concluded that the matter should be resolved due to the assurance of his public statement and the agreement by Representative Congress to take a number of additional significant steps to ensure that his office complies with all legal standards regarding campaign and personal work by Congress staff. All right, narrow it down, family. Copyright bill. Conyers repeat introduced by the Fair Copyright Research Work Act, a bill that will overturn the English Public Access Bill, access policy, the open access mandate of the National Institute of Health. Conyers bill will forbid the government from manhandling that federal funded research has made freely available to the public. The legislation was supported by the public industry and opposed by groups such as Electron Frontier Foundation. Writers Lawrence Lassine and Michael Essen accused Congress for being influence. Hold on, family, get this off. Accused Congress for being influenced on published housing, who had contributed significant money to his campaign. And other congressmen. Trisha, motivated. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Thank you, Trisha. Thanks for coming. And other ones, other congressmen and Congress did worse. We'll figure that out. House reported on George W. Bush presidency and proposed inquiry. On January 13, 2009, the House Committee on the Judiciary, led by Conyers, released reading in the imperial presidency lessons and recommendations relating to the presidency of George W. Bush. A 480-page report details ethically abuse of power that occurred during the Bush administration and a comprehensive set by recommendation to prevent recurrence. Conyers introduced a bill set up Truth Commission panel to investigate alleged policies abuse of the Bush administration. Bill reading controversy. In late July 2009, Conyers commented on a health debate in the House, stating, I love these members. I get up and say, read the bill. What's good is reading the bill if it's 1,000 pages and you don't know, have 2 days and 2 lawyers to find out what it means after you read the bill. Here's remarkable criticism from government transparency advocates such as Sunlight Foundation, which refer to readthebill.org. In response, bribery convicted of wife. On June 16, 2009, the United States Attorney's Office said that two Senegal technology representatives has named Monica Conyers as a recipient bribe from the company total of $6,000 paid to influence passage of a contract with the city of Detroit. The information was gathered during the FBI investigation into political corruption in the city. She was given a pre-indictment letter in order to plead bargain deal in the case. On June 26, 2009, she was charged with conspiring to commit bribery. She pleaded guilty on March 10, 2010. She was sentenced 37 months in prison, also received 2 years of supervised probation. She served slightly more than 27 months at the Alderson Federal Prison Camp. At the supervisor release, she was fully released from federal custody officially on May 16, 2013. Wow. Response to accusation regarding American Muslim spies. In October, Conyers responded to allegations from 4 Republican members in the wake of the launch of the book, Muslim Mafia, then Council on American Islamic Relations, sought to plant Muslim spies in capital. He strongly opposed accusations, saying it should need to be said in 2009 and after historic elections of our first African-American president. But let me remind all my colleagues that the patriotic American in all races, religion, and beliefs have the right and this responsibility. Hold on, family. Hold on. Once again, I'll be right back. I am back. To participate in our political process, including by volunteering to work in congressional offices. Numerous Muslim American interns have served the House ability and they deserve our appreciation and respect, not attacks on their character of patriotism. Now, we heard about Trump. I call Article 45 about, thing about the Russia and stuff like that. Now we're going to get in WikiLeaks as part of it, 2016, which I'll check it out. WikiLeaks on December 16th, December 16, 2010, hearing of the House Judiciary Committee, the subject of the espionage and the legal or constitutional issue raised by WikiLeaks. Conyers argued strongly against persecuting WikiLeaks, a haste or he strongly defends the whistleblower organization, saying, as an intended matter, there is no doubt that WikiLeaks is very important, very unpopular now. Many feel that WikiLeaks' publication was offensive. By being unpopular, it's not a crime, and publish offensive information is not either. And repeated calls from politicians, journalists, and other so-called experts crying out for persecution and other extreme measures make me very uncomfortable. Indeed, when everyone in this town join together to call someone's head, that is a pretty good strong sign. We need to slow down and take a closer look. Let us not be hasty and let us not be led slave into a climate of fear or prejudice. For it is such an atmosphere, it is a constitutional freedom and our cherished civil right that we are the first to be sacrificed and the force in the full service of our national security. Conyers' statement was a major contrast repeat other members of Congress and Obama administration official to prosecute WikiLeaks head Julian Assange immediately. Criticism of American foreign policy. Conyers and his Republican colleagues treated Yoda offered bipartisan amendment to block U.S. military training of Ukraine, Azov to other Ukraine U.S. National Guard. Some members of Balaton are openly white supremacists. Cohen stated, if there's one simple lesson we can take away from U.S. involvement of conflict overseas, is this: beware of unintended consequences. It was made widely clear, vividly clear, with U.S. involvement in Afghanistan during the Soviet invasion decades ago. Overzealous military assistance by the hyper-weaponized conflict can have deceptive consequences and a timely cut our own national interests. Conyers also voiced concerns about sending anti-aircraft missiles to Syrian rebels. Sexual harassment allegation and resignation. In 2015, a former employee of Conyers allegedly had sexual harassment her and dismissed her. She filed an affidavit in the Congress office of compliance. She said she was paid settlement of $27,000 from public funds. BuzzFeed report on the settlement on November 20, 2017, and it's recent, based on documents from Mike Service, a conspiracy theorist, and Primo Schaefer. BuzzFeed report account on an ethnic concern associated with Conyers' office, such as sexual harassment and other female staffers and staffers allegedly often find him undressed inside his office. Wow. Conyers responded to the report saying, in our country, we strive to honor his fundamental principle that we are entitled to due process. In this case, especially in overwhelmingly denied allegations made against me, and to continue to do so, my office resolved the allegations with the expression denial, not guilty to order to settle or involvement for the rigorous protracted litigations. On November 21st, 2017, the House Ethnic Commission launched an investigation into multiple sexual harassment allegations against Conyers. Later, November 2017, there was a report that a second woman accused Conyers of sexual harassment. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi had initially stated that Conyers was an icon and had done a great deal to protect women. Called upon Conyers to resign, she said the allegation was very credible. Wow. On December 5th, 2017, Conyers resigned his House seat because of mounting sexual scandals. The announcement came the day after another former staffer released an affidavit accusing Conyers of sexual harassment. The same day, the article by the Washington Post publishing allegations by Courtney Moss that Conyers threatened her with a similar fate of Chandra Levy, a staffer found murdered in a park in Washington, D.C. She said that after she rejected his advance. He said he had inside information on the case. I don't know if he meant to be threatened, but I looked at that way. At the time when the Me Too movement was pushed for action against men who harassing the some media who supported Detroit believed that Conyers has been unfair treated. He was reported as the first sitting politician to be ousted from office in the wake of Me Too movement. One supporter said he has been railroaded out of office. And then they go about well really it goes by talk about his political positions. He support legislation strengthening U.S. civil court system. He's been doing that for a long time. He was continuing to his resignation. Checked he got a medal in 2007 in WCP. We already read about that. So the late great John James Conyers Jr. passed away yesterday. You know, now there's certain things that are controversial, but he was fighting. You don't be in Congress for 50 years, not doing nothing. So he put up a good fight. Put up a good fight and everything. And then I remember I heard about the supporters that they got railroaded and everything. And also he was one of the few congressmen was voted GQ too. He could dress up. He was dressed down to double breast suits and 3 piece with the handkerchief. It was clean. He could dress. He was one of the few ones was voted consecutively. We had one of the best dressers in Congress for years. But we gotta salute the brother. Passed away in 90. If he would not got, being in sexual harassment, he would have been serving right now. He would be, like I said, he'd been moved up the ladder, probably been one of the third longest running, who could have been number one too. I believe he probably been running ever since 90 because he still got a sharp mind, So let's salute to him. He was a liberal Democrat. They are certain he didn't really support the black pride like Adam Clayton Powell. He was like sort of against. He was always like liberal. He always like liberal, progressive, and everything. So there are some issues within our community he did not really support. He thought all about him. So it was like some black didn't want to, might be in that favor, but most of it he put up a good fight. He was a pioneer of keep push out the bill for reparations, and we got to commend him on that. Not that many blacks, congressmen that was doing that. Thank you, Sugar Love. So he put up a good fight. So another one. Oh yeah. Let me put this information in. I do have Cash App now. I'll put the information in right now. You want to donate? It's right here. It's in the description too. This is my Cash App. You want to donate? That'd be very much appreciated. Don't have it, or you can donate PayPal or Super Chat. If you don't have nothing to understand, things hard, at least hit the like button. Just hit the like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Also, I post 2 songs. The first one is by Stevie Wonder, 1976 songs, The Key of Life. The title is Black Man. I want you to hear that. Also in the description box, 1994, Black Man United. You would know. Like I said before, I believe that was in the Poetic Justice movie soundtrack in '94. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. So I put those songs up in the description box. So that's all I got for y'all. Let's get them likes up. Let's pass those out. If y'all can share this, that'd be very much appreciated. Thanks for everybody that showed up, of this live. Man, that he's liberal, but he put up a good fight. So, let's not let society tell us how to salute our heroes. No, we do it. So I just want to let y'all know, thank y'all so much. I don't know, I might come back later on, I don't know, it depends. But if not, thank y'all so much. So rest in peace, the late, great John James Conyers Jr., the black liberal giant, served in Congress for over 50 years. That means something, right? Oh, King Waves, thanks for coming. Hey, get ready to get off, so you got to catch that on the rewind. On Streamlabs, on StreamYards, it's going to be between 40 to 45 minutes when it's finished. Uploaded, so give it some time. It's going to be between 40 to 45 minutes, but I want to thank you all so much to come through, and thanks for being patient with me. Read about the late great John James Conyers, and also, I forgot, and also he got married too. I think he was like maybe 60. I think she was like 20 something, and they had 2 kids. I forgot to bring that up. So he was before that, he was a long time bachelor too. So check that out too. So he pushed 2 kids. So that means he was doing his thing. So salute to him. So he survived by his wife and his 2 kids. So for that. So thanks again. Respect my existence. Have a good day. This one is Ghost.